Oh, I've had too many noodles. Hello guys, welcome to the channel and welcome to something we haven't done on the channel for a long time, a rehousing of one of my invertebrates. Sorry guys, as you can see at the moment I'm just topping up my substrate here. This is a 45 by 45 by 45 exoterra. Okay, and we are rehousing one of our spiders today. My Lazadora parabama, as it's molted out about a fortnight ago. Got to a good size now, really good size. So we're just going to rehouse the baby today. So I'm going to try and build it up as we go along. Sorry if you can't see a lot, or if the camera's a little bit wobbly. I'm trying to think which is going to be the best way for you for me to do this. Give me a minute, guys. Yeah, I'm really struggling to get like a really good sort of camera angle for you, because I've got this new tripod, which isn't like my old one. My old one, it was really cool because it had like you could bend it and flex it to different angles. So I've put it down as low as I possibly can as I try and build up this baby's little home here. I'm going to try and multi layer it, and I'm also going to be using the substrate from it's one it's in now, because the substrate that's going to be on that, it's going to have its sort of pheromones on it, so it's going to recognise some of the sort of like maybe what's the word I'm looking for? Sullivan, out the way, darling. Sort of, you know, its own sort of scent and stuff like that. So I'm trying to see. I've got quite a bit of wood, quite a bit of bark and stuff here that I can use within this setup. Let me have a little look. I did have a huge bit, but that seems to have gone walkabout. Don't know what I've done with that. Yeah, you've molted out, me spider. So actually that's quite nice, because then it can sort of go in there, can't it? It molted out a couple of weeks ago. It is a Lazadora parabama, which is the salmon pink bird eater. Now the word bird eater is a little bit misleading. They don't particularly eat birds, guys. What they do, I think what's probably happened before is that it's probably a small bird is probably falling out of a tree, and it's probably a spider, a big spider, has eaten it, because these are terrestrial spiders, so they're not going to be a spider that's going to sort of like climb a tree. You do get arboreal spiders, but this one is a terrestrial. So you both think, what are you doing, Joff? Well, what I'm doing is trying to build like a little cave for him or her, so it can go right in there. I think that's quite nice, that. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to try and put some different sort of things in the environment for it, so it's got some sort of places to investigate and all that sort of malarkey. I'm going to put one of my Buddhas in now, I think. I've got a Buddha. Let's put him there. I like to put my Buddha in here. Yeah, I'm not going to over decorate it, because I just want to see the spider a bit more, really. Then let's see if we can pop a little bit of greenage into the corner here. Like I said, he does have some stuff on his in his cage that is it. Well, he's vivarium cage. Listen to me. So there we go. Is that stuck? No, it hasn't. These are the annoying things with these sort of fake plants. You can do these with real plants, guys, but you need to sort of like do layers and layers of like drainage layers and all sorts of things like that. And I really haven't got the knowledge all the time to kind of do all that, to be honest. But I quite like the way it's set up already. It's quite nice. I'm going to be putting a water bowl in. His water bowl is in his container at the moment, and I've got some foliage to put over the top here as well. And I'm going to put a bit of a leaf litter, scatter some of that around the environment as well, just to give it like a nice sort of environment. And I'm going to leave a bit of space. I'm going to put his water bowl in the corner there. So if we have a little look at the setup there at the moment, so he's got his little cave which I've built in there. It's quite stable. He can go and hide in there, or she, and sort of dig it out. There's some wood to climb on, some leaf litter, and I'm going to put some more bits on the top of the cage when we get to it. He's hidden himself at the moment because I've just come in the room and it's kind of hidden itself into his little hide. So we're going to have to disturb him or her. I don't know what sex it is. My friend Russell, I bought it as a juvenile. My friend Russell thinks it's a female. He said because it's got quite stocky legs to be a male, but I don't know. The difference between is the lifespan. A male can live up to about sort of 5 years, give or take, and a female can live up to sort of 25-30 years. So there is pluses of having a female and a male. Depends how long you want your pet spider for, isn't it, really? So we're just going to add a bit more there. I've got some sphagnum moss on order. Fortunately, it hasn't arrived as such yet. Got a little bit more bark there. I'm going to put there in case he wants to come and stand on that. So that's cool. That's pretty much set up now. So the only thing we've really got to do is add a bit more stuff from his enclosure at the moment and capture the spider and then rehome him. So let's do that now then, shall we? Right, so I've moved the enclosure over with the spider in it. It's this one here, and I'm just going to take a few bits out. Now you can see I've got gloves on. Now this is because New World spiders are hair kickers, and they can sort of flick hairs and stuff like that at you, and you don't really want that. So I've just put you back there for a second, because what I'm going to do first is remove some of the things from his enclosure, some of the plants. But as you can see, this plant here has got loads of webbing on it. That's half the reason why I'm keeping it like that, because I want it to have its own sort of webbing, so it might help him sort of figure out that, oh, this is my home, you know. You kind of hope that anyway. Right, don't want all that though. Okay, got another plant here which I could stick here at the back just to give it a bit of coverage up here, a bit higher up, so we've got a bit of coverage up there. That's quite nice. Got a mask in here. He's got his Jason mask, which I would like to still use. Where are we going to pop that? Maybe there. Yeah, that's quite cool. Dug into the ground. Going to take out his water bowl. Right. Let me just get that off. It's got a little water bowl which is going to go in the corner here. So we've got access to water. So there we go. I've added some more things from his old enclosure. I've built like a little arch there and that's, you see some of his webbing on that plant down there. He's got his Jason mask down the front there, and we've added his water bowl there. So that's pretty cool. Right, gonna try and just put you there for a second, guys, because I will try and capture some of the capturing of him if I can onto the video. I've just got to move a few things to get to him because he's hidden himself. It's alright, baby. He's got himself in a little defensive pose because I've exposed him to the elements, if you like. So what I need now, I've got a little container which I'm going to use as my capture pot. So what we're going to try and do, guys, very, very carefully, try and bring you over. Here we go. I'm going to take this off. You can see him there. So what I'm going to try and do is very gently come in. That's it. That's all I wanted to do. Just pop that over him like that. If I pop you down there for a minute, we'll get a better look at him in a minute once I've actually caught the baby. Right, so now he's under there. I can move this out the way, and then I can come in with the lid of the capture pot. Try and slip that slightly underneath, and I'm going to try and just move it across, and there we go. We've got him all safe and sound. What we're going to do is pop him down there for a moment, and we can have a little look at him. He's scrungled up into the corner of his little capture pot, as you can see, or she. Can't really see because of the glare, but that was a nice little capture, wasn't it? No problem. Just moving everything out of the way. If we can maybe pick the capture pot out, and she's in there at the moment. Right, so what we're going to do now is use some of this stuff in here, in there. Not a lot, just a bit. So I'm going to put you back here, guys. Sorry this is a bit everywhere. It's just this new sort of thing that I've got. It's yeah, to be honest, I'm not going to use any of that because I think we've got enough in there. So what we're going to need to do now is rehouse the baby. So I want to do it nicely so he doesn't escape, obviously. You can either do this via the top, but you have to have pretty long arms. So I'm going to pop the top slightly over the lid, sorry. And what we're going to do is, what I'm going to try and do is, let me find my little, where did I put my little brush? That's what I'm looking for. Oh, you know what, I've left it downstairs. We'll be alright because he seems okay. So what we're going to actually do is pop this in here. Okay, we're going to loosen the base. I didn't want it to be done up anyway, but it's natural for you to sort of do that. I think I've loosened it. Yeah, just one corner, of course, always one corner. Right, now that's loose. Okay, let's have a little look. So he's actually off the lid and he's on the actual side of the container. So we're going to just tip it. We're going to remove the lid out. What we're going to try and do is encourage it to come out. And here's a bit of an awkward angle, if you can see the baby there. Don't want it to run straight into its hole, really. So what we're going to do is just tap it, so just to encourage it to go onto the ground. Just because I haven't got my brush with me, it's on the ground. And there we go. It's all rehoused into its new home. And it's going to have a lovely time in here. Because it's big. A big environment for it. I'm just doing the lid up. So the lid's secure. So it's now got the lid secure. And the beautiful baby is rehoused into its new home. It will explore in its own good time. I will top up its water, and I'm going to put some water in there. That's just a little bit of dirt because it's just been sat around for a while. I can clean it out with a drop of water. Once he's found his new sort of like home, his environment. But yeah, I always wear gloves, especially with this species, because they're renowned to being a hair kicker. But what a beautiful spider. That's why it's called salmon pink. If you look at its abdomen, it's got pink hairs all over it. This is a bird-eating spider. They do grow to a big size. I did have a male and he was huge. He was the size of a dinner plate. But he used to live in this environment before this spider. That's why I've got the label on there still, Lazadora parabama. But yeah, he got moved on because he was ready to go and he sort of matured out. So he was ready to go and breed and fulfill his destiny. What a beautiful spider, eh? I will leave it for a few days. I won't feed it for a couple of days. I'll give it a chance to settle in. It will probably start, once he knows he's in a sort of environment, he'll probably start exploring around slightly. I do have some of the baby's web here somewhere. Let me find it, because what I might actually do, sounds a bit weird, but I might stick this web here. Simple reason being, just to try and encourage him to go towards the hole there. Anyway, that's it guys. I hope you've enjoyed this little rehousing, and I'll keep you updated on the baby. Cheers guys.